said, it was just a wild final couple of weeks. Second down and 10. Oh, what a hit. Look out, Brad Smith. My goodness. I'm not sure about...
He's the leading tackler, leading pass defender.
Reality set in. He dropped back down to his knees.
What happened is he sees the hit coming, Jim, but he's grabbed from behind.
So a concussion is a term also called traumatic brain injury, commonly that just means that you've damaged brain tissue by a blow to the head. And what happens is millions of little nerve fibers get ripped apart when you have a concussion. And that damages the brain, obviously. It causes people sometimes to be unconscious, to have headaches, to have confusion. Very often they'll come in the emergency room asking over and over again, what happened to me? Why am I here? Where am I? What town am I in? What day is it?
Most times you will see it, it's not the actual hit that is the concussion, it's you getting hit and then you hitting the ground. So it's the acceleration of the brain as your body hits the ground and it keeps going, smashes against your skull, which there's not a whole lot of room for it to move around in there. So it's, it can happen just, getting hit, but most often when you hit the ground. So, you can trip, fall, and hit your head, and then that's usually where you'll see it.
But kids are more vulnerable to brain injury. In fact, high school athletes are 3 times more likely to sustain catastrophic injuries relative even to their college-age peers, and it takes them longer to return to a symptom-free baseline. After that first injury, their risk for second injury is exponentially greater. From there, their risk for third injury, greater still, and so on.
After seeing all these brutal hits and scary facts, some of you are surely rethinking the way you look at sports. But there is a positive side.
How has sports helped your school grades?
Oh, sports have helped. I wasn't really good at school, but once I got to meet basketball back in grade school, I really did like it, how it affected me. And once I get to high school, they told me about the grades in school, how they have to connect to each other. So without the grades, you can't play any sport. So that helped me in school because, well, I really enjoy this sport, and it helps me with my work to pass all my classes and be concentrated while
Without sports, many students like Hasia would not be in school. Sports helps students thrive in everyday life. In a study done by the Aspen Institute High School, athletes are more likely to go to college than non-athletes.
Now more than ever, there is more things that are being done to prevent them, to treat them, and to, just to recover from them.
This is a very complicated issue. Many strategies are being used to prevent concussions and sports, but injuries still occur. To find solutions to this crisis, studies have concluded that high school trainers in better gear will vastly aid the epidemic. Sadly, there will always be threat of concussions.
However, go be an athlete. Don't let injuries stop you from greatness. Just be aware and smart about the next time you go on the field.
Okay then, you bullin'? Oh lay then, go ahead and chase your tail. I'ma tell the beat to play that. They let me off the leash, Everybody here to see me, give me 10% at least. And I do it for the masses. let a young dude preach. Crew full of raps, so they let a young dude reach for it all. Get the bar, take it vertically. You all on the phone with a girl who prefer to call me. I'm busy though. Oh, we want a feature, but who is he though? The circles that I'm running around, these spitters got me dizzy. Yo, tell me if I'm blacking out. Too late, no backing out. Used to be a quiet kid, but I'm used to bragging now. Since I started rapping, went from Packy no to Packy now. Beating up the beat, went from Packy do to Packy